Hey everyone, it's Yolanda-Monique, and I am doing a new series called Back to Basics for August because everyone is going back to school. This isn't just for people who are going back to school. It's kind of like re-educating me and in some cases educating me on a few things. So this video is going to be on skin types and skin tones. So if you're interested, please stay and watch it. If you're interested, stay tuned. The notes that I have are from the Mayo Clinic, WebMD, the National Skin Institution, as well as Glamour magazine, Lucky magazine, and Marie Claire. So I researched several different sources, medical and beauty-wise, so that I could provide the most up-to-date information that I could find. And I will include my sources in my blog. So let's get started. Excuse me. Everyone needs to know their skin type because your skin type is basically going to help you figure out the right foundation for you. From my research, there are 5 types of skin types. There is normal, which is a balance between oily and dry. Normal is the ideal skin, I guess you could say, because it's not too wet, it's not too dry. It's an equalized balance between the two. Then there is dry. Dry is basically when the skin doesn't retain or make enough moisture. The downside to dry skin is that people with dry skin tend to see premature wrinkles and fine lines because there's nothing to fill that in. The next skin type is oily, and oily is basically where your skin is producing way too much oil. The downside to oily skin is that people with oily skin tend to develop blemishes, blackheads, acne. Their skin tends to look a little more plumper, and of course you look like an oil slick. Then there is combination. Combination is known as the T-zone, which is oily in the forehead and down the nose, and then dry on the cheeks. But that's just the most common form of combination. Combination can also mean that you could be oily in one area and then dry in another. It doesn't necessarily mean the T-zone. It's just the most common form of combination skin. Combination skin is the most difficult to treat because you're having to deal with 2 conditions, oily and dry. And then the last one is sensitive, and basically sensitive skin type is for those individuals where their skin is hypersensitive to touch, to light, and anything can trigger it. It can result in individuals having excessive redness of the skin, blotches, blemishes. So sensitive skin types can vary depending on what they're sensitive to, and it is also known as the most fragile of all the skin types. So now that you know what the skin types are, how do you know what skin type you are? Kind of a tongue twister. So there are skin type tests. The first one is when you wake up in the morning and before you wash your face, you look at yourself and you look at your skin and see how it looks. If you are oily all over, or if it looks oily, then more than likely you're oily. If you look at your skin and it's very matte, very dry, there's no excess oil sitting on the surface, there's a greater chance that you are dry. Combination would be where you have some spots that are oily, some spots that are dry. Normal, where your skin looks moisturized but it's not overly wet. It's hard to say, but it looks average. It just doesn't have large pimples. It doesn't have large pores. The way that they describe the normal skin is that it looks refreshed. So, I wish I had refreshed skin. And then, of course, combination, like I said, which is a combination of all of those. Another way to determine what your skin type is to get a paper towel or a Kleenex. And I'm going to split the layer. So you're going to need a single layer paper tissue. Then you're going to basically just lay it on your face. And then the suggestion is that you take half of one and lay it on the right side, and then take the other half and lay it on the left. And then from there, you would press it into the skin as such, and then you would look at it like I know that I'm matte right now, But depending on how much oil you see on your paper towel will determine whether you're oily, whether you're dry, whether you're normal. An excessive amount of oil would mean that you are oily, and a no oil, of course, would mean dry. If there is oil but it's thin and it's spread throughout the face, then it means that you're normal. So that is basically determining your skin type. Now, the reason why you need to know your skin type is because depending on your skin type, you need to treat it differently. For those of you who are normal, there are tons of products that are out there where you would simply have to wash your face and then moisturize it and then go about your day. For those who are oily, such as myself, you would need to wash your face with an oil-free soap. It would be beneficial to use a soap that has a form of salicylic acid. The salicylic acid would fight the bacteria which causes acne, and it also helps break down the skin cells that are connecting, which your oil tends to hold on to. So after washing your face, you would need to use an astringent. Again, that's another way of drying off the oil that's in your face, and then it's also breaking down the oils that are connecting to the skin so that your skin doesn't build up. If you are oily and you're young and you have acne, then it's helping to dry out the acne. Next would be moisture. You would think that moisturizer. Most people think that because they're oily, they don't need a moisturizer, and that's not true. Your body's simply producing an excessive amount of oil, but you still need to moisturize it. So after putting on a moisturizer, one that is geared towards oily skin, it is highly recommended that we use an SPF if you're going outside. And that's with any skin type, irregardless of whether you're normal, dry, combination, or sensitive. You simply have to get a formula that is more geared towards your skin type. For dry individuals, I've researched that. I don't have dry skin, but it does say that you would need to wash with a moisturizing wash. You wouldn't need to use astringent because your skin is already dry, but you would definitely need to moisturize with something that has extra moisture in it that will help you with the dry parts of your skin. A serum would be a very good suggestion because it's more concentrated and it would allow you to filter into your skin much quicker. For sensitive skin individuals, you have the most fragile skin, so it would mean that you would need to use sensitive skin soap and determine what is triggering your skin to be more sensitive than others. It could be fragrances, it could be a certain type of chemical inside of the products that you're using. Once you've determined that, or you've worked with your dermatologist to determine what is triggering your skin to be more sensitive than others, then you would go about using those products. So your skin type is important because it helps you figure out your makeup, but it also helps you make sure you keep your skin healthy. Next is, do you know what your skin tone is? Your skin tone is the underlying color underneath your skin that determines whether you are cool, warm, or neutral. Irregardless of how much melatonin or the color of your skin, everyone is one of those three categories. If you are warm, then you tend to have a yellow, golden, or peach undertone. You also, in general, look good with gold or earth tone colors. Now, if you are cool tone, then you're going to have a blush or a pink undertone, and you tend to look good in jewel tone colors, with which is a blues, greens, pinks, purples, blue-greens, magentas, or any blue-based reds. On my blog, there will be more information regarding skin tones and skin types. Now, the question is, what if you have a little bit of both? Then you're neutral, which means that you can gravitate either to the warm or to the cool side. The question is, how do you determine what your skin tone is? Well, there are several different tests. There's the skin test, which is basically you look at the vein on your skin and see what color it is. If it's green or a greenish blue, then it means that you're warm and you tend to be a warm tone skin tone. If the vein on your arm is blue, then it means that you're cool tone. There are some individuals who you can't really tell whether it's a blue or green. And then those would fall under the neutral skin tone, which again, you can wear either blue or green, or I'm sorry, you gravitate towards either blue or green. You're one of the blessed few that are both blue and green. The next type of test, sorry, I'm sitting on my leg. The next test that you can take is the jewelry test. Basically, you see whether you look better in gold or in silver. Now, as you can see, I have both. I personally think I look good in either gold or silver. Basically, you put against your skin either silver or gold, and you see which one looks best on you. If you tend to have a better appeal with the gold, then you are warm tone. If you have a better appeal with the silver, then you are cool tone. Some individuals like me may be one tone and tend to gravitate to another jewelry. It's not a hard and fast rule. It doesn't mean that if you are warm you can never wear silver, or if you are cool you can never wear gold. It's just a way of helping you determine what skin tone you are. The last test is the color test. The way is to get a fabric which is either gold or yellow and hold it up to your skin. If you look ashy or pale or it's not flattering, it means that's not your skin tone. This is the gold. And then the next one would be either using a pink or a blue. So I have both. This is a blue. Now if this looks good on you, then it means you're a cool tone. If you don't have anything blue, then you can try pink. If pink looks good on you, then you are cool toned as well. Now if all three colors, pink, blue, and yellow, look good on you, then it means that you're neutral, which means that you can go between the two colors. Now, all three tests aren't a hard and fast rule. For me, one test I look more cool, another test I look more warm, and then overall I think that I'm neutral, and I tend to fluctuate between the two tones, which is okay. It just helps you when you're trying to find out the shade that's right for you. So now that you know your skin type and you know your skin tone, what will you do with this information? Well, by putting the two of them together, it will help you figure out your foundation, which will be the next video. I hope that this video was very enlightening, and I hope that it either informed or reaffirmed what you knew about your skin. For more information, please feel free to visit my blog, where I'll have all the information in regards to your skin type and your skin tone. And as always, stay true to yourself and know that you're blessed. I'll see you guys later. Bye.